So the first thing that we're going to do is remove the factory door bar as well as the netting. We've already done this. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that this hardware right here is removed. We'll go ahead and take it out and set it aside. And we're going to make sure that our hardware here is removed. And then all of our netting. So like I said, we already have all that done. So we're going to go ahead and remove this bolt right here. What we found is easiest is to take your wrench, put it on the outside, and then come in from the inside with the socket. We've already got it loosened up. So we're going to go ahead and remove the nut off of there. And then we're just going to pick up on the roof just a little bit here to remove our bolt. We'll go ahead and set it aside. We're working on the driver's side today. So we're going to grab our driver's side bracket. You want to make sure that this side is the side facing away from the machine, and the side with the 2 welded clips is towards the inside of the machine. And it'll fit just like this right here. It'll slide right up into place. Then you can take your factory hardware that we just removed, reinstall it. So we're going to grab our M8x20 hardware, a flat washer, and then our acorn nuts. And we'll need to get 4 of each. So we'll get 4 washers. We'll just go ahead and install our washers to our bolts here. Just like that. We'll grab 4 acorn nuts. And we're going to grab our driver's side hinge assembly. And you know it's the driver's side because the studs will be sticking up and there'll be a cutout down here on the bottom. So what we'll do is we'll take our M8 screws that we just got. We'll thread them in right to the hinge bracket. Just make sure you get them good and started straight. And we're not going to fully tighten these yet, so we're just going to sit our acorn nuts right here where we can get to them. And then we're going to take our stock bolt that we just previously removed from right here, and we'll go ahead and reinstall it. Once we have this screw as well as this bolt reinstalled, we'll just go ahead and fully tighten them. So now we're going to grab 2 of our large clamps provided in the hardware kit, as well as our M6 screws with a flat washer as well as a nylock nut. And what we're going to do is we're going to come inside to the cage of the machine. And we're going to push our clamp back here, that way it fits onto the cage. And we are running the rear windshield today, so you will just have to kind of push it into the bulb seal. And we're going to push our hardware through here. Sometimes it makes it a little easier on you if you take your screw and pop it through the seal first before you try to install it. Sometimes you can. As you're putting it on there, it just makes it a little bit easier if you do it this way. Just like that. That way there's already a hole there for you. So whenever we lay this back up there, it'll just push right through. And as soon as we get it pushed through, we are going to put our nut on it. So there it is, we got her pushed through there. And we'll grab our nylock nut. We'll go ahead and we'll get that started. We just want to get it to the point to where our clamp isn't going to fall off. So we'll just get it as hand tight as we can. So now we're going to come down here onto the cage and put our lower large clamp. And on this one, it's so tight down here on the bottom, you may not be able to squeeze the bracket in there, but we're going to go ahead and show you what you're going to need to do if if you are running a rear windshield. We're just gonna come in here with our socket. We're just gonna loosen this. You won't need to take it all the way off. Just wanna get it pulled back a little bit. And just loosen this one up a little bit too. All right, so now our windshield will pull away from the cage just enough so we can take our clamp and it'll just slide right in there. So we got it slid into place. Now we're just gonna get it lined up with our hole. Or again, we're just gonna take our M6 hardware here with a flat washer. Just gonna feed it straight through there. And we went ahead and punched a hole in it just like we did on the last bracket we installed there. So we'll just get it on there, get it lined up, and we'll get our nut started. And we're gonna go ahead, just so we don't forget, go ahead and tighten up our hardware here on our rear windshield. So now we'll go ahead and tighten our hardware up here for our brackets. So for the next step, we're gonna need our pillar bracket, and we're working on the driver's side. And the way you can tell this is the driver's side is that the curvature of the bracket goes like this, and it'll sit just like so on the machine. We're gonna grab a small clamp. We're gonna grab our M8 clip nut, our M8 screw, and then an M6 by 20 with a flat washer, as well as a nylock nut. So we're gonna take our clip nut and we're gonna put it in just like this with the thread portion facing towards the inside of the machine. We'll just wanna line it up with this hole right here. Just like that. Put it on there nice and easy. And then we're gonna take this pillar bracket and it's gonna sit just like this. So the first thing we're gonna do, just to make it nice and super easy for us so nothing wants to move around, is line up our clip, and then we're gonna install our M8 screw. We'll just go ahead and thread that all the way in. We're going nice and easy for us there. Just to kind of hold our pillar bracket in place. Now we're gonna install our front clamp. If you have a windshield on the front of your machine, you wanna loosen it. And just wrap it right around the cage, just like that. And just slide it down, get it lined up with your bracket. We'll just put our screw through and get our nut on the back side. Once we get our nut started, we can go ahead and fully tighten it. And we can also fully tighten this screw down here. All right, once we have those both tight, we're gonna grab our M8 by 20 Allen headed screws, and we'll have a washer and a nylock nut, as well as our striker bracket. And we'll just go ahead and put our bolts through here. And we can just take our striker bracket, so we'll just sit it on there just like this. We'll go ahead and get our nut started. Our screws here. Go ahead and run these screws down. Now put on your door. So now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna grab a hold of our door and we're gonna try to get it to latch. It looks like we're gonna need to make a few adjustments before we can fully tighten our hardware. Each machine is just a little bit different, so the adjustments we make may be a little bit different on your machine. So we'll just want to go through, make sure that we adjust the 4 screws that are attaching the door to the door hinge, and then we'll adjust our latch assembly as well until we can get our door closing and opening properly. Once you've made your adjustments, go through, fully tighten the hardware, And repeat the same steps on the opposite side. And that's how super easy it is to install SuperATV's full enclosure on the Can-Am Defender. For more information on this full enclosure or any of SuperATV's great products, feel free to give us a call at 855-743-3427 or check us out online at superatv.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.